Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. Well, as you can see, I come out on what is quite an unpleasant day. But all summer I've been banging on about there being bright sunlight and making the photography more difficult. So it's been raining most of the day, it's about lunchtime, and I got fed up sitting in the house. So I'm down in Churston Cove, or Churston Quay as some of the locals in Brixham know it. And with the autumn colours, I'm hoping that even in this atrocious weather I might find something. Well, it may not be obvious on the back of the camera here, but with all this fine rain coming through the trees, it looks almost like fog, and is giving a little bit of separation from the background. So I'm just going to get the camera out and see what images I can find. The first one's going to be looking down this windy path. And with this first image, I thought I was going to have to make a panorama, which I'll explain later. But as you can see, the path makes a lovely leading line snaking down towards the cove. And there's some really nice trees, and with the autumn colours, this made a really nice image. And of course that drizzly rain really did help with the separation to the background. So to get more of the trees in, I did have to make a vertical panorama. So this is 4 shots top to bottom stitched together. Again, the leading line of the path works well. The trees are really nice. I've just accentuated the light coming through the top, and again the colours work really well. Really nice shot this. Now I've come all the way down into the cove now, just trying to find a little bit of shelter by these rocks. So I came down the path on the other side there, and yeah, the sort of steps winding back down I think have made a half decent shot. But I've only brought one camera and one lens with me today, so I've got my small Olympus micro four thirds camera and a 17mm lens, which is about 34-35mm equivalent. So what that means is I'm having to almost do panoramas to get that sort of wider shot, and that's what I did with the path. Anyway, across the way there on the other side of the cove, the tide's I think almost all the way out, and you can see all the seaweed and all the colours on the rocks, complemented by the trees which are starting to change colour above. And with this mizzle coming in, might be a shot there. Biggest problem I'm going to have is keeping the rain off the lenses. So that's roughly the shot I'm looking at. Oh, that's one of the trawlers going out. Lovely day for it. As you can see, there's some really nice colours in this image, and with the drizzle it's giving a little bit of separation and making some layers. Yeah, as you can see from this image, the rain was really helping to separate the background, and you can see there were some really bright colours in these rocks and seaweed. Now the colour palette that comes straight out of this Olympus is very different to the Sony that I normally use. The colours are quite vibrant and warm, and in this next shot what I've done is I've turned the clarity down. I've left the colour palette almost as it came out of camera, but to me this almost has the quality of a painting. I think the composition's okay, but it's a little bit noisy, which turning the clarity down helped. Well, I've just come away from the cove a little bit into the grove behind, hoping to find some nice trees to photograph, but I don't think there's much here. It's very busy, very overgrown, and now the rain is really coming down, so I'm going to put the camera away to keep it safe. I did manage to capture a couple of images before I put the cameras away. There was a lot of detail in the understory here, some lovely ferns. Now these are not the greatest of shots. I was really struggling, I was really rushing to get something, and the weather was awful. But I think these are half decent as record shots. I like the contrast between the greens and all those bronze leaves underneath. And as I said, I needed to get out of the house. So I didn't really explain which cameras I've got. So I'm filming at the minute with my DJI Pocket 2, and I'm taking the photographs with my Olympus EM10 Mark III. Now, I don't think either are that well weather sealed, and I might kill them in this weather, but already on the Olympus, the screen on the back doesn't come on until I pull it out and tilt it, which usually just comes on, so I think some water's got in. Might have to turn the fire on when I get home and dry everything out. Anyway, I'm just going to have a walk back into the forest, see if there's anything else there. So the small woodland called the Grove behind Cove has some images, but in this rain I was really struggling. It's quite overgrown, as you can see, so it's difficult to pick out images and individual trunks of trees and make a good composition, but the path itself made a nice leading line. And the same above as I walked back towards Brixham, and there were some really nice colours in the brackens either side of the path. As I said, the Olympus has got a much warmer colour palette than the Sony, and this is more or less how the picture came out of camera. So probably only a short video this week, but the weather hasn't been that kind. But as I say, always take your camera. You never know what you're going to find. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon. But for now, cheerio.